on the trade front with the US, anything that you could update, in this visit, and what can be expected in India, and how soon is that? What's the timeline like?
In fact, I broadly mentioned it to Secretary Munchin, but that is something on which the Commerce Minister and Mr. Lighthizer are working, I think. And my inputs are that the negotiations are going in full speed, and there is a great intensity with which both the sides are engaging, and hopefully the deal will be struck soon.
Soon, and any timeline, ma'am?
No.
Critics and the oppositions always question the state of the economy right now. Were there any discussions here? Were there concerns when you met up with, whether it's bilaterals, whether it's bank? Were there concerns, and how is that addressed?
About the global economy.
That's right. About the Indian economy in particular.
About the Indian economy, nobody else spoke. I spoke myself. That's about it. Why would others speak to us?
No. There were concerns, whether the whole slowdown or, like the opposition or the critics.
If anything, I'd like to show you two pictorial representation of the economies. People, if you don't mind sharing it, it will be helpful. If anything, and this is not my inference, I'll give you the two charts which have been given. And I'm not saying this with a sense of, oh, look, I'm more saying it with a sense of responsibility. That the global economic slowdown, if anything, and the estimates about growth for the next year are largely pegging on India's and China's growth estimates. In the sense, on their performance depends the rest of the global growth also. That is the kind of picture that you get when you look at these two charts, which go into the details of how the slowdown, whilst affecting the rest of the world in a particular fashion, at least in India and China, the slowdown is not so bad. In fact, when you talk about next year, the impact of India's growth is much better than even that is shown of China's. I'm not doing the comparison. The figures which have been given by them, the charts which have been given them, I'll share it.
Now be the first to know about the latest updates on our new news app. Go on your Android or iOS, search for HW News Network. Download our app, choose the language you prefer to get updates in, and be up to date with the latest news.